Parents, are you ready for some quality time with the kids? Spring break is the perfect time for a memorable getaway, and you don't have to break the bank to do it. Kim Orlando, founder of TravelingMom.com, has helped. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning.
So how can making your trip affordable get you more valuable time together as a family?
Well, you're not going to be screaming at everybody to, don't eat that, don't buy that, you can't do this, you can't do that. So, making it affordable is not that difficult either. I mean, if you just, rent a condo or house swap or something like that where you have a kitchenette so you can actually cook your meals. Some meals. You don't want to be slaving at the stove the entire time, but 1 or 2 meals, lunch, breakfast, it's going to save you a ton of money.
You say the best way to save money on a family vacation is to buy a package deal.
I think so. When I was interviewing some of the airline people, some of the hotel people, it's really difficult to find good airfare discounts unless they're packaged in with the hotel and the car and everything else, because the companies negotiating that have more wiggle room with the hotel and the car. So that's where you're going to get your real discount.
Okay, now all-inclusive resorts help you eliminate some financial surprises.
Well, they do, because now I have teenagers. I have a teenage boy who could eat the cabinets in the kitchen. I mean, he just eats everything. So the food cost is really expensive. They want to do everything. We were just at a skydiving thing in Orlando yesterday, which was a blast. But when you have 3 kids, it adds up.
Sure.
But if you're at an all-inclusive, it's all included, so there's no surprises. So you can budget ahead of time and you know what's going to happen. They have their little meal card. They just eat whatever they want. It works out really well, especially with the older kids.
From your experience, what's your advice on tipping, especially at the all-inclusive stuff? Is it included? Is it not included? How do you find out?
You always want to tip someone who has shown you really special service, no matter what. And yes, some tips are included, but for the most part, no. They are working on tips that's not included in that card. And it's a great lesson for your kids to teach them percentages and what's appropriate and what's not.
Okay, the biggest expenses for road trips tend to be lodging and food costs. So what can we do?
Again, staying in a place that has a kitchenette really will save a ton of money. We've done a few house swaps. I don't know if you've heard of that, where somebody stays in my house and we go stay in their house, and you could do that along the way on a road trip, and that will save a lot of money as well. Plus, everybody gets their own room. So space, especially when your kids get older, space is king. I mean, space rules. People don't want their elbows touching. They don't want anyone looking at them the wrong way. So they each have their own room. It's great.
When you're 5, you don't want the sauce to touch the spaghetti, right. And then when you're 16, you don't want anybody touching your space in your room. Okay, and you said you had a good experience with the house swapping stuff.
I did. I had, out of 5, I had 4 good experiences. Now, the last one was kind of the killer. My husband's like, we're not going to do this for a while.
Kim, thank you. You can check out her site at TravelingMom.com, and for more travel and money advice, make sure you head to galtime.com.